They said it was suicide. The footage says otherwise. When 17-year-old Lila Jennings was found at the base of the Monroe Bridge, the police were quick to rule it suicide. The note in her handwriting, the silent security footage of her walking alone to the edge, and the fact that she had recently lost her father, it all seemed tragically straightforward. But her mother, Diane, didn't believe it. "There's something off," she told the detective. Lila was scared of heights. She wouldn't even stand on our porch if the railing felt loose. No one listened. The town mourned, the school held a memorial, and her case was closed, another sad statistic. Until 6 weeks later, a boy named Marcus uploaded something that changed everything. Marcus wasn't close with Lila. He sat 3 rows behind her in English and once worked with her on a project about urban legends. But he was obsessed with digital forensics, frame rates, data compression, signal noise. He had a YouTube channel with a few hundred subscribers where he debunked creepy footage and analyzed glitches in supposed ghost videos. He downloaded the bridge surveillance clip because something bothered him. The town had released it to quiet conspiracy theories. But when Marcus slowed it down, not just by half or quarter speed, but frame by frame, in a software that cleaned artifacts, he saw something that made his stomach drop. Lila didn't jump. In one frame, just before she disappeared off camera, there was a blur behind her. A shape. A hand. The next frame, Lila was gone. Marcus posted a 3-minute breakdown on his channel, titling it, "Monroe Bridge Footage, Is Something Being Hidden?" He didn't expect it to get more than a few hundred views. It got 2.1 million. Within a day, the comments flooded in. Former classmates, internet sleuths, even a few conspiracy theorists. Some pointed out strange shadows that moved independently of Lila. Others enhanced the audio and claimed they heard a faint wait just before her final step. And one anonymous comment stood out among the rest. "You're not wrong. But she wasn't alone that night." Marcus tried to track the IP. It bounced through multiple countries. Diane Jennings wasn't on social media much, but a neighbor showed her the video. She watched it on repeat. When she saw the hand, her hands trembled. She remembered what Lila told her 2 nights before she died. "Mom, if anything ever happens to me, please look twice. Promise me." Diane promised. Now, she understood what Lila meant. She took the new footage to the police. They were dismissive, called it internet hysteria. But she pushed harder. She hired a private investigator. She begged local reporters to listen. One journalist did. The article went viral. Did the police miss a murder? The Lila Jennings case re-examined. That's when another piece of the puzzle appeared. A woman named Carla posted a TikTok, footage from a dashcam she never checked until the story broke. It was from the night of Lila's death, parked a few blocks from the bridge. It showed a figure in a hoodie walking 2 steps behind Lila, then pausing in the shadows. Frame by frame, you could see him match her pace, always just out of reach, just out of streetlight glow. He never turned, never spoke. But in the final second, as Lila crossed into the frame before the bridge, he smiled. Police reopened the case under pressure. The hoodie-wearing figure was soon identified as Daniel Reeves, a former student expelled for harassment 2 years earlier. He'd fixated on Lila, sent her notes, photos, and one message that Diane had dismissed at the time as spam. "We'll be together, no matter how far you fall." Daniel had been off-grid since the night of her death. Until his uncle, cleaning out an old barn, found a laptop and a journal sealed in plastic. Inside was a single entry. "She finally saw me. She finally saw what I am." And on the laptop was footage. Not surveillance. Not dashcam. A first-person video. Filmed by Daniel himself. The footage wasn't long, just under 10 minutes. Enough to document his walk behind her, his whispers, the way he crouched in the dark and watched her hesitate at the edge. At one point he whispered, "You won't be alone." "Not really." Then, a rush forward. A struggle. A gasp. And Lila's voice, clear and terrified. "Stop, please, Daniel, no." He never turned the camera toward her, but the audio said everything. The sound of shoes scraping concrete. A cry. A long silence. And then, softly, as if to himself. They'll all think it was her choice. The video was handed over to the police. They issued a statement. The suicide ruling was overturned. Daniel was arrested in a remote cabin 3 states away. He confessed without resistance. Said he wanted people to understand what love really meant. The town held another memorial for Lila. But this time, Diane got to speak. She read Lila's last text, never sent, found in her drafts. If you're reading this, then someone finally believed me. Thank you. I didn't want to disappear for nothing. Lila's story wasn't just about her. Her case reopened investigations into 3 other suicides in neighboring counties, all young women, all near isolated locations, all dismissed with little evidence. The footage forced a shift. Forced conversations. About how women's fears are ignored. About how victims are blamed. About how justice is sometimes delayed by silence, but never destroyed by it. And Marcus, the boy who started it all with a YouTube clip, said it best during an interview. She left us something. A breadcrumb. All we had to do was look closer.